Welcome to Synchronize Swatches, your twice-monthly dose of coolness. I'm your host, Chip Johnson.
And I'm the other guy, Chris Gregory.
Every other week, we watch an episode of the cult classic 1990 sitcom Parker Lewis Can't Lose, and then we record ourselves talking about it.
It's time for Operation Record the Podcast. Are you ready?
Stone fresh.
Stone fresh. I love it when you talk hip.
Gentlemen, Synchronize Swatches. Not a problem.
I've never liked you, Lewis.
Not a problem.
Eat now?
Clean out your locker, you're finished.
Oh, man, my eyes are getting so bad, man. It's like I don't want to wear glasses because I'll get the reflection.
Yeah.
But, man, I'm becoming more and more ever dependent on my readers. Oh, okay. You haven't reached that point yet, have you?
No, and I never will.
You lucky bastard. You will, it's coming for you.
No, it's not. It's going to come all at once. Like, I'm going to go, like...
You'll wake up one day, I can't see!
One day we'll be talking, and I'll be like, man, I see everything. I can see my fingerprints still, you know. And then the next day I'll come on here, and I'll have, like, 4 teeth I can't see, and I got no hair. It's be like, are we on season 4 yet?
Go back to bed, old man.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it'll come crashing down eventually. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a couple years ago for me. It just started rapidly.
Yeah.
And I can't complain because I've had great eyesight my whole life, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Dawn, she's had glasses since she was a little kid, so I was like, I can't complain, but still I'm complaining.
Yeah.
I'm going to complain, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm not used to not being able to see shit.
I feel like it's going to happen with the hearing, too, you know? Like, I haven't really noticed that yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's gradual hearing issues that happen as you're aging or whatever. I'm sure those are kicking in to some extent, but
yeah.
I haven't really noticed that yet, but I'm sure one day that'll just be like, oh, fuck, I can't hear anything. You know?
But I definitely have already noticed damage, from when we were in bands, just playing way too fucking loud, playing shows that should have had earplugs in or something, but I was young and dumb and didn't do it. But
yeah.
So there's definitely frequencies I've noticed that I just don't hear as well as others. So it's not an overall damage to my hearing, it's just specific frequencies have been truncated.
Yeah. Yep. You were young, dumb, and full of hubris.
Full of nerd juice.
Jesus. I saw that again when I was reviewing the episode 5. I was like, fuck, man. There's a part where I'm just like, Jesus Christ. It's funny, though.
That's my new attempt. My new goal is just to see how far I can take it to just totally gross you out.
It's going to take a lot. It's really more about the initial shock of like, oh, oh God. It's funny, though.
Step into a world of wonder.
Oh, old age.
Yeah.
Let's go back to a better time. 1991.
1991, when things were good. When there were no problems in the world.
At least not in our little bubble at the time.
Yeah, you're right.
God.
Yeah, I mean, we can jump into this if you'd like to.
Let's do it.
All right. So today we're here to talk about Season 2, Episode 6, Stormy Mikey. Or in German,
Sean.
Oh.
Whoa.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that pronunciation was off.
Hang on. This mixer's been wigging out on me.
I think I can pull this one off, though. Chance M. Show Business.
Yeah, perfect. Let's try this again. I've got a loose connection on this mixing board.
Chance im Showbusiness.
There we go.
That works.
Yeah, I've got to take this mixer apart and clean it, man. I think it's just dust getting in there. It's just really prone to, like, glitch it, like, cutting out.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, what a pain. Technology.
Yeah. Well, okay. So that means opportunity in show business. That translates to opportunity in show business, which I actually kind of like that title a little bit better, I think, than the English
Stormy Mikey, like,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, he's
Yeah.
always stormy.
Yeah.
It's Mikey. He's moody, man. We get it.
I mean, that tells, I guess that really does inform you right at the top, like what episode, what kind of an episode you're going to be watching. This is one where Mikey is full of emotion.
Yeah. I have to say, it's not as bad as the other ones,
Sure.
but it's definitely that moody Mikey type
Yeah.
character that we're getting this time.
Yeah.
This one doesn't annoy me as much as the other episodes, but in the end, we'll talk about my feelings about this episode, but
Yeah. So this one aired on Sunday, September 22nd, 1991. It's written by Lon Diamond and Clyde Phillips. This is the 12th episode they've written. I didn't realize, I guess this is the second in a row that they've written. They did The Undergraduate as well.
Yeah.
Which, it's interesting. They definitely have there's definitely a style with their episodes. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but there's a lot of like it feels like people looking back on being teens,
Yes.
like a lot of the themes, so it's interesting in that way.
Yeah, all their episodes definitely have a feel, which honestly, and we'll get into this more as we dig into this episode, but I feel like even though they're the creators of the show and kind of set the tone of this cartoony goofiness, I feel like their episodes are much more grounded and less cartoony than all the other episodes, which is it's strange because these are the showrunners writing this.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting.
I think you're absolutely right about that. It reminds me a little bit of like when you watch episodes of the X-Files, like the Chris Carter penned episodes are, heavy on the story, the mythology of the show. And then they've got the other ones, the Monster of the Week episodes, or the comedic ones that are just, a completely different tone, And it's not quite as extreme, I think, in this case, but it is definitely noticeable.
Yes, 100%.
Okay, so this one was this episode is directed by Brian Spicer. This is his 12th episode directing. I don't know that he's actually directed one of theirs before. I guess he did.
I don't know. I was wondering about that. I meant to go back and cross-check that because, again, with this episode being not as goofy, not as cartoony, got a lot less Spicerisms in it. Still definitely got its own style, but it's not full-blown Brian Spicer episodes that we're used to, for sure. So that is a good question. It would be interesting to see if he ever directed any of theirs before.
Well, let me go ahead and let you know, because I just cross-checked it. He did.
Awesome.
He did Close But No Guitar. He did Teacher, and Jerry Portrait of a Video Junkie, which they also wrote. So those are the 3 episodes previously that he's directed that they wrote.
Gotcha. Video Junkie probably being the most outlandish that they've done.
Yeah.
Because that one definitely had some really cartoony stuff in it. With the freaking steamroller.
Yeah. It doesn't get much more cartoony than that.
Yeah.
All right, so here's my synopsis of this episode. Mikey Randall finds himself at a familiar crossroads, struggling to choose between the allure of rock and roll stardom and his responsibilities of school and friendship. So in this episode, we open with the gag sequence is a little. I mean, it's
not really a gag sequence. It's just a couple really quick vignettes. I mean, really quick.
Yeah, yes. It opens up in the auditorium, and there's we're basically watching a variety of different bands as they try out for the Santo Domingo Dance Band. And I made a note while I was watching this. I wasn't really sure if it was supposed to be like the quote Santo Domingo Dance Band, or if they were the band, the Santo Domingo Dance Band,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure which way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, because if they're trying people out for a specific dance to be the band, it makes sense because it starts off with like a string quartet, and then there's a one-man band where a guy's playing an accordion, he's got the drum on his back, and then there's an acoustic troubadour. Excuse me. There's an acoustic troubadour, and over all this we hear Mikey's 3-piece rock band playing, which is what we see at the end of the sequence is his band up there playing. So otherwise, Santo Domingo's got a strange definition of dance band. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, Mikey's up there playing at the end of this sequence, and we launch right into the episode. He glances out into the seats, and he spies an older man seated in this very sparsely populated auditorium, stroking his mustache.
And this is Sonny Bono. The famous Sonny
Bono.
I mean, mainly known from his, his team up with Cher.
Right.
Because they were musicians first, but then they got their show, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I see you got they had 2 different shows: the Sonny and
didn't
Cher
realize that
Comedy
either.
Hour, and then the Sonny and Cher Show. I didn't know there was more than one show, but
I think
probably it was the same damn thing, just rebranded.
Yeah. I think they did the first one when they were married, and the second one after they were no longer married. I think that was like the big, big
gotcha.
difference. But yeah, Sonny Bono, he plays Colin David in this episode. Yeah, so that's Sonny Bono, musical producer as well, or music producer.
Yeah.
So Parker and Jerry are also in the auditorium, seated behind Miss Musso, and she's meant to be judging the performances, but instead she's perusing a copy of a magazine called Singles Bazaar. It's very large, too, which is pretty funny. But Mikey and the Randalls finish up their performance, complete with rock star windmill strumming, and then we hear Miss Musso shout, "Next!" Which, I mean, that whole sequence, it's probably not a reference to, but it reminded me of Back to the Future with Huey Lewis, like,
yes.
"Sorry, boys, you're just too loud.
Too damn loud."
You're just too damn loud. A disappointed Mikey steps off stage, and the following act, which is this Devo in full Devo accoutrement, begins to set up.
Yeah, that's I like the Kenny Gloss and the Logarithms.
Yeah.
So it's just a nerd band, so they made him look like Devo.
Yeah, and did you notice that like when they were warming up, they were playing the theme song to the show?
Yeah, I was gonna. that was my
cool.
next note. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like and that was my question, because it's like a very twisted, sickly sounding version of the Parker Lewis theme. Yeah. And I couldn't tell if it was incidental music or diegetic, which meant that Kenny Gloss, while they were warming up, was playing that. I couldn't tell.
Right.
I couldn't tell if it was just, incidental or if it was actually them warming up, but it was
I
funny.
didn't really notice until the last time I watched through earlier today, and I was like, I think that's them playing it. But,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Mikey looks out and he sees Colin David exiting the auditorium. Parker assures him that he shredded it, and he'll get another shot, although Mikey's pretty skeptical of this. Colin David owns Running Dog Records and has signed a number of local acts, and he feels like he's missed out on his chance. So now we're at the Atlas Diner. Parker and Jerry are seated at a table with a stack of textbooks between them. It is time for the mid-semester test, and Jerry is tutoring Parker. And I put a note in here. I like the idea of a freshman tutoring a junior for a midterm like this.
Yeah.
Jerry is a super genius.
Why is he even in school?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so this test is a great way to increase your overall average, apparently. And according to Parker, it's the only way that Mikey is going to see his senior year. That's pretty bad.
I know.
So Mikey comes in and he sits beside Parker. And Jerry launches into a discussion of David Souter's nomination to the Supreme Court. And then Mikey and Parker have this little sidebar where you can still see Jerry's talking in front of them, but they're discussing with each other.
Yeah.
Mikey asks him if the audition was actually any good, and Parker tells him it was, quote, stone fresh. And then he informs us that Mikey likes it when he talks hip.
Stone fresh.
Stone fresh. Yeah, so Mikey laments the fact that Musso dusted him in front of Colin David. And Parker tells him Musso fears what she doesn't understand. But that isn't important right now. What is important is this exam. They return their attention to Jerry, and he's wrapping up his discussion about cross-pollination at this point. And then he launches into astronomy, discussing the 9 planets in the solar system. So this is pre-Pluto getting the boot, I guess.
Yes.
So then they have another sidebar. Parker tells Mikey that failing the test would be complete toilet time, and Mikey takes the hint and he cracks his book. And then suddenly, the door to the diner opens, and in steps a total smoke show, complete with a sexy music cue, which plays quite a bit in this episode. But I love that fucking song. Like, this song is great.
Yeah.
There's 2 major musical pieces that play throughout this episode.
Park, I gotta go.
Yeah, I think you do.
And every guy in the diner is just frozen in time, like just staring. Similar to when Shannon Tweed was on there as the teacher, Mrs. Mason.
Exactly. Yep, you're right.
I like it too because behind Parker, and this is probably the only time we see Kubiak, but Kubiak's back there behind Parker, and he's staring too, but he is actually eating a sandwich while he stares.
Yeah.
So he's finally figured out how to balance the two.
Yeah. I was say she's so attractive that she's got his attention even though he's still eating a sandwich. That's great. So the mystery woman sits at the bar with a glass of ice water.
And mystery woman, who we'll later find out is called Claire, is played by Stacey Hyduck.
That's how I read it, yeah.
Yeah, and she did a lot of soap operas, like later. This was after Parker Lewis time. Mm-hmm. Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives. She's got a lot of credits, but yeah, a lot of soap credits in like the early 2000s, 2010s. Yeah. Before this, or around this time, what I actually know her from, recognize her from, is Sequest. DSV or 2032. I had two different names at some point, but do you remember that show?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So this is definitely where I remember her from. Because she's got very distinctive eyes.
Yes, she does.
and they do some lighting stuff that I think you mentioned later. But her eyes are already like this kind of, I don't want to say ice blue, but it's like it's a very distinct blue color of her eyes that are very that stand out. Yeah.
So so Mikey sits next to her. He walks over and sits down next to her, and she immediately starts inspecting his hands. She quickly deduces that he plays guitar. He asks if he knows her, and she says, "Not yet. Want to?" To me, that's a red flag. It's like, hold on a second. But anyway, and he says, yeah, because he's a fucking dopey kid. Mm-hmm. So they agree to have lunch the next day. And then she gets up to leave. And as she's walking out, he stops her. And this is where I made a note about the light. Because when she turns, it's like the light is just cast right across her eyes. They're just like, they pop,
Yeah.
So he asks, where? And she reassures him, don't worry, I'll find you. Again, I wrote here, dopey, horny teenagers, so naive.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny, too, because, she came into the diner, caught eyes with Mikey. She walks up to the counter. Mikey comes over. She takes a swig of water. Yeah. Inspects his hands, flirts with him briefly, and then leaves. It's like, what the fuck did you even come in for the diner for?
she's in there for 90 seconds.
Didn't order any food. Just drank someone else's glass of water.
Yeah.
Because she didn't order it.
Yeah, it's just, she's used to doing whatever she wants. And
nobody complains.
Yeah. So Mikey smiles and looks back over at Parker, who looks over at Jerry and then gives Mikey a really goofy look and a thumbs up as we cut to commercial. So, coming back from commercial, we're staring down a set of dusty train tracks in what I assume is the late afternoon. It's golden hour or something.
Yeah, totally.
So this tractor trailer crosses the tracks, revealing in its wake a silhouette walking towards the camera.
Yeah, and this whole scene and the following scene, I guess this whole sequence, is shot like a freaking Blue Jeans commercial from the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's totally got that Blue Jeans commercial vibe.
Yeah. Would you consider part of that aesthetic the fact that the diner looks so dusty when they take that establishing shot or whatever, like from up in the corner of or you think that's just 1991 film work?
I think it's just 1991 film work. Okay. But I mean, I do think that was kind of probably Spicer's what he was going for with this, not to give it away, but we're about to introduce a recurring character here.
Yeah.
That, for the next couple seasons. I feel like that was Spicer's inspiration for this sequence was like, we're going to shoot it like a fucking Blue Jeans commercial. Because, I mean, that's what it,
that's what it looks like.
Yeah. And it's just dripping sex.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we're in the diner. This voiceover informs us that there's a new kind of cool in town as this man enters the diner. And we don't see his face, but we see everything else. And so do all of the women in the diner.
Yes.
This older gentleman approaches the front door and he's holding a help wanted sign. And the stranger takes the sign and inspects it while an older woman inspects the cut of his jeans. She's just like zeroed in on his ass.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
Like sipping on her drink.
Yeah. Yeah. So he takes this sign and he places it behind the bar and pours a glass of lemonade for one of the women at the bar because I guess he's just hired himself.
Yeah.
And so she rubs the glass against her face as we get our first look at this. Welcome to I just said this for the first look at this. We get our first look at this man. Welcome to Santo Domingo, Nick Comstock.
Nick Comstock, played by Paul Johansson, and like I said, he becomes a recurring character here in the diner. So this is the first time we see him. Paul Johansson, known probably most for One Tree Hill in the 2000s. He was in Atlas Shrugged Part 1. He was in Boondock Saints 2, which I actually never saw Boondock Saints 2.
Me neither.
I love the first one, but I never bothered to see the second one.
Yeah.
And then I also saw, when I looked up his Wikipedia, he was one of, I didn't realize there was a series of these, but like, do you remember the Diet Coke break commercials? The first of which being, it wasn't Paul Johansson. He played one of the later ones, but the original one was like a construction worker, and there's a bunch of women up in a office building, and he's like taking a break to have a Diet Coke, and he takes his shirt off, and the women are all ogling him. Do you remember that?
Vaguely, vaguely.
Oh yeah, because it was like some huge commercial, like in the, I guess, late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
But apparently he was in like the third one of those. He was like a delivery guy or something.
Who took his shirt off and drank.
I think all 6 of those commercials, it was like all some hunky dude that just took his shirt off while drinking Diet Coke.
Yeah. He was also in a couple episodes of Mad Men, I guess, in one of the seasons.
Oh.
I saw that in his credit list. I don't remember the character specifically.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And I guess
I only remember him for Parker Lewis.
Yeah. Yeah. They must not have made a sequel to Atlas Shrugged since he was playing the main character, and there's
okay.
So not a lot of interest in that at the time, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. Anyway, so Nick wipes down the bar and passes 2 other women, and then an adoring Mikey, which is pretty funny. The way Mikey's looking at him, he's just like he's got hearts in his eyes as well. And then he passes Parker and Jerry, who both study him with slightly confused looks on their faces. And then as Nick passes by behind them, Jerry asks Parker who he is, and Parker says, "I don't know, but I hope he can cook." And this passing young woman hears this and says, "Me too."
I love that bit.
It's really
it's so great.
Yeah, and I made a note here that this is by far the horniest and wettest episode so far.
Indeed.
Especially this scene.
Indeed. And my note was, yeah, and all without the help of Musso, too. Amazing.
Yeah, no, right? They probably knew if you brought Musso in, it'd be too much. They wouldn't be able to air the episode. She brings that white-hot horniness rage all the time, you know?
The diner would be so steamed up we couldn't see anything.
Yeah. The windows would blow out, all of them.
Oh, God. Love the show.
So this is the same day, too. I don't know if it was hard to tell at first, but this is probably right after after Claire has left the place or something. You know, I don't think any time has passed, but at the bar, Mikey tells Parker and Jerry about his date for the next day. Parker asks if Mikey wants to stop by Mondo Video later, but Mikey says he can't because he has to study. And Parker and Jerry get up to leave, and as they do, Nick says, "Later, Park, Jer," which confuses both of them with his familiarity. So Mikey goes over and sits at a booth to study, and Nick brings him a frosty glass of milk.
What was it with the glasses of milk in the 80s, man, in the 90s?
I don't know.
Like, everybody's always drinking milk. Like,
I don't know. They had a very effective ad campaign.
I was just about to say the Dairy
industry.
Council, like, man, they fucking corrupted a whole generation, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thought of drinking a glass of milk now makes my stomach hurt. You know? 'Cause
Yes!
it's just, I don't know if I guess I'm lactose intolerant, but just like, you down a glass of milk, and I'm on my ass for an hour, you know?
God, I mean, I'm definitely lactose intolerant. I just can't, oh, God, I can't,
Yeah. Yeah, so hours later, Mikey is still seated at this booth, and as Nick clears tables in the darkened diner, the door opens and that sexy music rolls in again. The mystery woman is back. She smiles at Mikey and introduces herself as Claire, and then she sits down beside him. He's very confused, though. He says their date isn't until tomorrow. She tells him, "I couldn't wait." And Mikey immediately creams his jeans. It's just, go. And then, so she closes his books for him and curls up next to him in the booth.
Of course, there's Gatorade.
Yeah, so we cut to the Santo Domingo hallway. Parker and Jerry are at their lockers when Mikey arrives, and they give him grief about missing group study sessions, including a special flashcard presentation Jerry made. Mikey tells him to deal with it because he's here now, which I made a note. That's kind of a strange line because of the way he says that, but it's not delivered with malice or anything. It just sounds strange the way he says it. But
yeah, I agree.
Anyway, so Parker concludes in VO that Mikey is correct. Attitude is high. I guess he doesn't do this in VO. I made a little mistake in my write-up here.
Oh.
He actually verbalizes, attitude is high, confidence is high. Time to go ace the test. Then that fucking sexy siren song kicks up again.
Yeah, and I have to say, the song, especially when she first walks in the diner, it's fucking great. It like matches. I mean, it's like her theme, right?
Yeah.
But I have to say, at this point, it starts getting a little like overused. I mean, it is a great riff, but it's like, man, it's because they still use it a few more times after this, but it's starting to get a little repetitive.
Yeah, just a touch. Well, she's there all the time now. So
yeah, I know. She keeps popping up.
Yeah, because standing in this in the hallway right now, we see Claire. And I just made a note that it's strange that she's just able to go into the school like that, which is a indication of a different time, I suppose.
Yeah, and my note was like the first time I watched this, like when we first started up this podcast last year, I watched a bunch of random episodes, and this was one of them. Yeah. And I didn't remember it from back in the day.
Yeah.
And not knowing anything about this episode, seeing that he's meeting this mystery woman, and all of a sudden she shows up in school like that, and she has a different look because her hair's slicked back and she's wearing like much more mature clothes. I'm like, oh shit, is this a new teacher that like I thought it was one of those deals. It's like you meet this mystery girl and you start having a romance with her, and it's like, oh shit, it's the new teacher. That's what I thought this episode was going to be when I first saw it. But
what if it was 2 episodes in a row of them trying to fantasizing about boning a teacher? Come on, guys, move on.
I mean, what else do you do in school? High school?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't know, man. I didn't fantasize about boning very many of my teachers in high school. Anyway, so Mikey is immediately drawn to her. Parker tells us he's seen this look before. When Mikey was 8, he wanted a skateboard. When he was 15, he wanted a motorcycle. Now at 17, he wants that ass.
Of course.
Mikey's more mature now, though. Parker is sure he knows the difference between right and wrong. Glancing back, he sees Mikey strolling off with Claire. And it's funny because he's so checked out, he actually throws his books in the air. Like, fuck this shit. It's really funny. So we get this scene of Mikey and Claire in her convertible driving away while Parker sits in class working on his test and contemplating Mikey's empty desk beside him. And then I think we're at an outdoor shopping center or something with Claire and Mikey. I noticed here that they walk past a visible boom mic. And Mikey tells her that ever since they met, he's been staying up late writing new songs. Now I have no idea what the time frame is at this point, because I don't know how much time's passed here,
Ever since yesterday.
Yeah.
Been staying up all night.
I mean, I guess they mentioned that he's missed a couple of study sessions, so maybe it's a week later. Somehow. I don't know. They don't really. It's hard to tell. Anyway, so he asks where she's been all his life, and she tells him she's just the girl next door. And I just wrote, "Fuck off." He's the guy. I wrote. He says he's the guy from the other side of the tracks, and I wrote, "That's literally Nick."
Yes,
that's
literally
Nick Comstock. So anyway, he says that before stopping himself. He says, "My life is a John Hughes movie." So then Claire offers him some free studio time because I guess he's ready to go back to school, for the test or something.
Yeah.
So she offers him free studio time, which excites him to the point of screeching, "Yow!" And of course he agrees. So we cut to the Atlas Diner, and Miss Musso is reapplying her lipstick in the reflection of a chrome cash register. Nick presents her with a brown bag, which is her Caesar salad.
I know I threw in some homemade biscuits and gravy for you. Figured a skinny gal like you could do some good home cooking.
Oh, well, I haven't had biscuits and gravy in about 20 years, since I was a little girl.
I know.
Where do you come from?
Lots of places.
Nick. Nice name, Nick. Rhymes with,
Yeah.
She's about to say dick. Damn, Miss Musso. That's not even a good line. Hey, your name rhymes with dick. Wanna fuck?
Oh, God.
So she notices his distraction and tries to get his attention, but he says, "Trouble coming." Enter Parker and Mikey, arguing. Parker is furious with Mikey for skipping the test and bailing on his academics, And he says this right in front of Miss Musso, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
They're talking about skipping class right in front of the principal. So Mikey tries to explain the value of free studio time before just saying, I like this girl and I wanted to be with her. Parker is disappointed in not buying this excuse, but he lets on that he talked the teacher into giving Mikey a makeup opportunity, for which Mikey is grateful. Parker tells him he has to take it seriously, though, and that he and Jerry could help him study. He suggests 8 o'clock at the diner. Mikey tells him he is supposed to see Claire at 8, and then we hear a crash. We look over and we see that Nick has dropped a bussing tray on the floor. He apologizes and says, "Guess I'll be burning the midnight oil working this one off. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do." and I just wrote, his boss is probably like, "You broke a bunch of my plates for this ham-fisted analogy? For fuck's sake, you're fired."
You can't fire me. You never even hired me.
That's right. I'm not even here, man. And there's a picture of him on the wall from the 20s.
Yeah. Oh, God. We figured it out. Yeah. We figured out the Nick mystery.
Yeah. The Comstock mystery. All right. So Mikey tells Parker he'll be there. He'll postpone his time with Claire. Parker then tells Mikey that Claire is killer, and Mikey rolls his eyes in ecstasy. So we cut to the recording studio. Claire is at the boards while Mikey is in the recording room performing on the guitar. As the song ends, Claire calls in from the booth and tells him to take it one more time, which he protests against. He knows it's late. She tells him this is his one chance to have the studio all to himself, which convinces him to do another take. So then I made a little note in here. We can talk about this a little bit if you want.
Yeah.
But, so the song he's performing is called I've Known You All My Life. It was written by George Doring and Paul Bruchek. The lyrics were written by Clyde Phillips and Lon Diamond. And I just made a note that this song is absolute earworm.
Oh, totally.
It's after I watched this episode, it was stuck in my head for days, and it's still going through my head right now, which isn't bad. I mean, it's not like to the point of making me insane or anything, but it's a very catchy tune. You know?
Totally. Yeah.
But I wanted to put the songwriting credit in here because it's featured very prominently.
It is, yeah. It's great. And this is not the first time that Phillips and Diamond wrote the lyrics for another Mikey song, I think.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's like it's a showcase for Billie Jane.
Yeah, totally.
Performance. And it reminded me of, like, I don't know how prolific this was because I tried to look it up kind of half-heartedly, but like this idea of like an episode of a sitcom or a show that's meant to showcase a member of the cast's musical talent, presumably to launch something from
right.
I feel like that was probably done in the 70s and the 60s a lot, and some in the 80s as well. But like, if this episode came out today, by the end of the episode, it would be available for download, that kind of multimedia push,
Yeah.
So it was an interesting showcase for Billie Jane, though,
Yeah, because like you said, I mean, we've pointed out numerous times that he actually plays guitar, and so it's not just him, miming to a track. It's you could see he knows how to play guitar.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So so Mikey begins take 6 of this song, and this is an extended opportunity to set down my notebook and take a break. I got a full verse chorus bridge of the song.
I think of you in forever ways. Dreaming of forever days.
And then visually, we're treated to some scenes of Mikey playing, Claire recording, and Parker at the diner, growing more and more angry. Mikey's absence.
All of my life, I'll love you all of my life.
So when Mikey finishes, and I made a note here that this take didn't end the same way as the last take, but whatever.
That's a great point. 100%.
I call bullshit.
He can't play it the same way twice.
Yeah, exactly. I've had a few songs like that.
Yeah.
So when Mikey finishes, he looks at his watch and immediately starts to pack up because he knows he's late now. Claire enters the recording room, telling him how wonderful and special it was, and they start making out. And then Sonny Bono appears in the booth and congratulates him over the microphone. And Claire is surprised because she thought that Sonny was going to a listening party. And here it's revealed that Colin David is Claire's father.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So Colin asks if Mikey has time for one more take, and he offers to bring Mikey on board, which Mikey accepts. Sonny says, I keep putting Sonny in here instead of Colin.
He might as well be Sonny. I mean, it's Sonny Bono.
Sonny Bono
Bono.
He says he sees good things for the both of them. And Mikey tells him he won't be disappointed, and he grabs his stuff and runs out of the room. And after Mikey's gone, Colin congratulates Claire on the great work.
Good work, honey. What?
Daddy, I like this guy. He's really sweet. Please, I don't want to do this anymore.
Hey, what happened to my business school graduate? Look, the bait's in the water and Randall just bit.
As we see Mikey take off on his motorcycle, she asks Colin if he ever gets tired of ripping these kids off. He responds that he isn't ripping them off. He finds them, signs them, then he owns them. That's not a rip-off. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's how the music industry works, babe.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes, get back out there and whore yourself out.
Yeah. I know, it's so horrible. It's like he just uses his daughter to bait young musician men.
Yeah. Get that dress back on. So he tells her just to continue distracting them. From our vantage point, however, we can see this conversation is being recorded on the reel-to-reel because the reel-to-reel's rolling in the studio. So we're back at the Atlas Diner. Parker has had it. He looks at his watch, slams his book shut, and packs up his stuff. On his way out, he bumps into Nick, awkwardly acknowledges him, and then leaves. And then moments later, Mikey bursts in. He sees Nick bussing the table, and Nick slowly shakes his head. Mikey knows what that means. Parker is gone, and we pixelate to commercial.
You know, I didn't put a note here, but I just thought about it like numerous times in like sitcoms. There's always those moments where somebody leaves an establishment, and then the other person comes in. It's like they would have seen each other outside in the parking lot.
About that too, yeah. It's like only if Parker goes out the left side and runs as fast as he can. Runs as fast as he can. And Mikey's running from the other direction, or walking slowly or whatever, looking in a different direction, and comes in from the right. And just happens to not see him, yeah.
Oh, God. I love it.
I am a Dickens, am I not?
Anyway, so we're back in the hallway at Santo Domingo, and Parker isn't listening to Mikey's bullshit anymore. He's had enough. Mikey tells him he was only a little late, but now it doesn't matter anyway. In a short while, this test won't mean anything because Colin David is taking him places. A recording contract, maybe even a tour. Parker tells him it isn't about the test anymore. It's about them, Parker and Mikey, their friendship. Mikey counters that this is his big chance, and he's not going to blow it for some stupid little test. But Parker isn't having it. He tells Mikey he's tired of his excuses because there's always an excuse. A big emergency, his dysfunctional home life, which I wrote, ouch, Jesus, man.
I know. That's really hitting him below the belt legit. There.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't care that your dad left, man.
And your mom's on heroin. I don't care.
Yeah. Take your test, loser. So Parker's fed up with rearranging his life for Mikey. He tells him to find a new set of friends to abuse because he just doesn't care anymore. And Parker walks away as Mikey shouts that he's just jealous, man, because Mikey has a future. And all Parker has to look forward to is college. So then we cut to Parker Central. And Jerry has queued up the reel-to-reel, when Parker enters and sits down. We don't know that it's the reel-to-reel yet. Could be anything. Could be Tom and Jerry. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I covered that up well. So Parker enters and sits down, and Jerry tells Parker he may want to listen to this. And Parker tells them that he's been listening to it the whole show, which I thought was a funny meta joke.
Love that.
Yeah. It turns out, however, that Jerry has the take six tapes, which includes Claire's conversation with Colin about his deceptive practices. Parker asks where Jerry got the tapes, and Jerry tells him that they were in a brown wrapper outside his locker. Then he confesses that they had Jetson stickers all over them, and he was curious.
Old Jerry.
Such a sweet boy. So we're back in the Atlas Diner, and in voiceover, Parker concludes that talking to Mikey wouldn't work. Mikey will blow him off. He has to find a new way to get him to face the music. So Mikey's seated at the bar when Nick pours him a glass from a pitcher. Thankfully, it wasn't milk this time.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He's like, come on, man, enough with the fucking milk.
I'm so bloated.
It's always whole milk, too. What's wrong with you? So he asks if Mikey is eating, and Mikey says he's just moping. Nick tells Mikey the funny thing about friends is they aren't family, so you can walk away anytime. But that doesn't mean you can treat them like tar. And it doesn't mean they don't love you just as much as family. Mikey asks Nick if he's Chris Isaac's brother. Just strange.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Okay. And Nick tells him that if this were a movie, this is where he would grab him by the shirt and give him a popping. But this ain't the movies. It's life, and you're blowing yours, kid. Mikey still doesn't understand how one stupid test is such a big deal. Nick agrees that he hasn't ruined his life yet, but he's, quote, on the waiting list. So Mikey gets up, and Nick grabs his shoulder. Holy shit. He's going to pop him. Mikey asks him if he's going to pop him, but Nick produces a piece of paper and hands it to Mikey. It reads E15. Mikey asks what that means, and Nick motions to the jukebox. Mikey selects E15, and Take 6 starts playing. Again. He leans against the jukebox, and outside we see a shooting star fly over the diner.
And I mean, I got a couple notes here, but yeah, like the shooting star has to be connected to Nick in some way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's very mystical and magical.
He made it happen. That's how it's connected.
And I love how when Mikey goes up to the jukebox, he never puts a coin in the machine, but the Foley team decided to put one, the sound of a coin dropping in anyways.
Yeah, you're right. I was like, I didn't see him do it, but I heard it, so he must have done it. Either that or fucking Nick made it happen. He's like, it would have been really funny if he just saw this fucking coin floating across the screen. They're just like, fuck it, he's magic. Man. He's magic.
Nick is magic.
Or the star flies over and a coin falls out of its tail.
Oh, God.
That would have been a real Parker episode.
Yeah.
So we're back at the recording studio. Colin, David, and a recording tech are working on the control booth with Claire when Mikey arrives. Colin points to the contract on the table and tells Mikey to sign page 2. Mikey glances at Claire, then turns the page and signs. He pushes it to Colin, who looks at it and frowns.
You got some nerve, kid. Where'd you learn language like this?
You know, after what you tried to do to me, it'd be so easy to just say the hell with it and quit. Quit school, quit music, quit believing people who really care about me. All because some butthead like you try to shaft a new guy like me.
Would you like to try to guess what Mikey wrote there? Because I had a few guesses myself.
Go fuck yourself. I don't.
Eat shit, Sonny.
Eat shit, Sonny.
Like, yeah.
Oh God.
Eat a bag of dicks, Colin. So Mikey tells him it would be very easy for him to give up on everything because some butthead like Colin tried to give him the shaft just because he's the new guy. Instead, he leaves. In the hallway, Claire stops him. She apologizes. He tells her that people like her and people like him maybe only ever do get together in John Hughes movies. He kisses her forehead and thanks her for slipping Jerry the tapes. She asks how he knew it was her, and he tells her, "Don't forget, I've known you all my life." You know, like the song title. Wanted to be like, you've known her for 2 days. What are you talking about? How much time has passed? I need somebody to point to a calendar on the wall and say, remember 3 weeks ago when we came in here and we're talking about the study? God damn it.
Oh, man.
All right, so we're back in Santo Domingo High School. In the auditorium, Mikey is on stage performing solo. And we get shots of him performing, interspliced with shots of him at Atlas Diner studying for the test. Nick brings him another glass of milk because he's a growing boy.
Again with the milk.
Again with the milk. Maybe it's like a reference to, don't they drink a lot of milk in Clockwork Orange or something? Maybe it's like a reference to that or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they do actually. They do drink it.
Yeah.
They go to milk bars or some shit, I think.
Yeah. That's probably what it is. Let's just say that's what
we'll just say it's that. That's cool.
So we see Parker sitting in Parker Central, watching the reel-to-reel and presumably listening to the song again. He's like bobbing his head a little bit.
Yeah.
Then we see Mikey in the classroom taking the makeup test alone. We see Claire seated alone in the recording booth having a moment. And then lastly, we see Mikey burst from the classroom, arms raised in triumph. I guess he already got his grade.
Yeah.
He's just happy he
graded
finished.
it immediately.
He's like, thank God I finished. So he kicks his foot and strolls away. And the final shot is of Mikey continuing to perform solo on stage. And then for our in-credits gag, it's not so much a gag this time. We see the auditorium's doors open from within as Mikey emerges and finds Parker in the hallway. And Parker takes the guitar from Mikey and smashes it against the floor. Now he just takes it from him, and they slap each other on the shoulder, walk down the hallway together, buds once again. And then cut my audio there. I don't want to be talking over that shit. Anyway.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
I don't know. I was going to make a joke about milk again, but that's fine.
What have you got to say for yourselves?
Yeah, so I mean, we touched on this in the beginning at the top of this episode, but definitely doesn't feel like a typical Parker Lewis episode. Again, I think Nick is the only thing that kind of has that vibe, and even that's nothing's really over the top. It's just kind of a mystical vibe to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting that it's written by the showrunners, and it's more grounded.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, Brian Spicer didn't have the opportunities to do like crazy camera movies. I mean, he still found some interesting angles, but it wasn't like it. No frisbee on a camera, spinning in front of a camera or anything like that.
No rotating classroom sets or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's another one of those. I know we've talked about it a few times. It's another one of those, Parker the Scold episodes, Mikey the fuck up episodes.
Yeah.
This one was a little more colorful than those usually are. Mm-hmm. Those are usually very, very grounded, like you were saying, and very, the conflict is between the characters. And I know I've said before, I'm kind of bored of those episodes.
Yeah.
And when I started watching this one, I was like, geez. Mm-hmm. But I didn't really care for it that much the first time I watched it, but in rewatches, I found more and more about it to like.
Yeah, I agree.
More of the jokes rose to the top as I was watching, because there's a lot of funny stuff in here. Mm-hmm. I don't like watching Parker yell at Mikey for being a fuck up because like there's not a consistency there in the characters throughout the series, and that's, again, it's like we were talking about earlier with like in reference to X-Files, there's inconsistencies there based on who wrote the episode or who's directing it or whatever, and taken on its own, like I said, after a couple of viewings, I found a lot more about this episode to like. And, like you said, the music is played a lot. That fucking song is over and over and over. But it's a cool riff.
It's a good one, yeah.
At least there's that. At least it's not an annoying piece of shit song.
No.
Both
the pieces that they use repeatedly are both, I think, really good pieces. It's almost like, and again, you're probably up against a budget and time constraints and all that. They probably couldn't have written other pieces, to put in there as well to break it up, but so that's the only downfall, is because they had to use them numerous times, both tracks. You get a little but yeah, I mean, of the Moody Mikey episodes, this is I like this one the best of all the Moody Mikey. And like you say, it's just more enjoyable overall than those other episodes. But
and I wonder if that comes from the pairing of Brian Spicer with that writing, like
it could.
I'm not going to disparage the directors of the episodes they've written previously, but if I think about those specific episodes that they've done together,
Yeah.
Teacher was really good. Portrait of a Video Junkie is a really good one.
It was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think Brian Spicer really brought a lot to the table for this show. I think his sensibility just meshed with this type of show. So I think he definitely helped.
Yeah.
Bring something fresh to these episodes.
Yeah. So I would say, like, overall, not my favorite episode of the show, not my favorite episode of season 2, but still one that I've watched 4 or 5 times now, and I would watch it again if it was, on. I wouldn't skip it or anything. So
yeah, and like you say, it's a great little showcase for Billy Jane too, because it's just fun to watch him play guitar and sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I ever see him live somewhere, I'm going to ask him to play this song. I'm going to say, play I've Known You All My Life. Say, what the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here.
On the next Synchronized Swatches.
Next time on Synchronized Swatches, we're talking about season 2, episode 7, Fat Boy and Little Man. The IMDb synopsis is, high school is not exactly high on Mikey's list of priorities. Oh, really?
You're reading Stormy. I think you're reading Stormy Mikey again. Dude.
Oh, did I? Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. I was like, wait a minute, is this another? I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Leave that in, please. That's fun.
I cut and pasted the wrong one. Let's do this again.
I was like, that doesn't look like the summary I'm looking at.
I was like, man, this sounds awfully familiar.
Stacey Heidick guest stars. Wait a second.
Oh, okay. Let's try this again. Fat Boy and Little Man. Santo Domingo's football team is a physical force with such players as Larry Kubiak, but it lacks brain power. Okay. An upcoming game against El Dorado High School prompts media attention towards Grace Musso, as the Flamingos haven't ever scored so much as a point against their rivals. Jesus Christ.
No, finish the sentence.
Oh, to act.
What a crappy sentence.
Okay, let me try that again. An upcoming game against El Dorado High School prompts media attention towards Grace Musso, as the Flamingos haven't ever scored so much as a point against the rival, to act.
You should mention that from as the Flamingos and their rivals is all parenthetical. It's a fucking parenthetical. What a mess. Oh,
anyway,
God.
Skipping other students, Grace shoots to the top of the intellectual ladder and suits Jerry Steiner up to play ball. Jerry proves an excellent addition to the team, helping them win other games. But with the big game looming, will Jerry get a big head? That and all the additional attention on Jerry takes attention off of Kubiak. In the end, will Santo Domingo come out on top? Good Lord.
All right. We got ourselves a classic shitty summary.
Yeah, that was...
We haven't had one of those in a while.
Well, yeah, that was
kind
of
something else, man.
Kind of a mess.
That's not how parentheses work.
No.
Wow.
That was bad. Yeah, I didn't even realize it wasn't the end of the sentence. You had to finish the sentence, dude.
Finish
like,
it.
Oh, yeah.
Act. There's 2 more words. To act. You've been listening to Synchronized Swatches, your twice monthly dose of coolness.
But wait, if listening isn't enough and you'd like to see our ugly mugs, that is not a problem.
Head on over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel at Synchronized Swatches. There you'll find all of our mainline episodes as well as some of our bonus content. And also, you can now stream full episodes of Parker Lewis Can't Lose on Plex TV.
Yay! We're also on social media. Search for our handle at SwatchesPod on Instagram and TikTok, and hit that follow button. We welcome your comments, questions, and critiques, all forms of correspondence, over at our email address, swatchespod@gmail.com.
While you're at it, why not cruise over to your podcast app of choice and leave us a 5-star rating and positive review? It really makes a difference in getting the word out about what we're doing here, because it's good, and it's all good what we do. It's good and valuable. Sorry.
Yeah. We provide a service here.
It's valuable.
A valuable service. Our theme music was written and produced by My Sinister Hand.
The show is recorded on the West Coast and the East Coast of the United States. It is written by the hosts with post-production by Chip Johnson. Chris Gregory manages our social media empire. Special thanks to Paul Coates for all of his German title insights and Allison Doster for our new custom logo design. You can see more of her work over at Instagram, where she uses the handle Bunny Soul Art. That's BUNISOULART.
Thanks again for joining us. Until next time, I'm Chip Johnson.
And I'm Chris Gregory.
Reminding you that apathy is the Orwellian prologue. So get out there and do some good, guys.
My friend Cherish said you guys were going to do something really neat today.
Again with the milk!